Tangrams and Equations. The tangram is a dissection puzzle consisting of 7 flat shapes which are put together to form shapes. It was originally invented in China at some unknown point in history, and then carried over to Europe by trading ships in the early 19th century. The objective of the puzzle is to form a specific shape using all 7 pieces, which may not overlap. With tangrams, it is possible to create shapes of people, flowers, geometric figures, animals, and numbers. In China, it has been popular for use with storytelling. The storyteller arranged the pieces to form pictures throughout the story. Tangrams are also used to teach mathematical content, and this lesson will guide an activity using the 7 pieces of the tangram to create equations. But first, what is an equation? An equation is a mathematical statement that assesses the equality of two expressions. For instance, x plus 3 equals 5. The left side of the equation is equal to the right side. The equations often express relationship between given quantities, the knowns, and the quantities yet to be determined, the unknowns. Unknowns are denoted by letters at the end of the alphabet, x, y, z, w. In the equation x plus 3 equals 5, x is the unknown. There are 8 types of equations: algebraic, Diophantine, indeterminate, transcendental, functional, differential, integral, and parametric equations. The algebraic equation or polynomial equation is an equation in which a polynomial is set equal to another polynomial. The Diophantine equation is an equation where the unknowns are required to be integers. An indeterminate equation has an infinite set of solutions which only give one variable in terms of the others. A transcendental equation is an equation involving a transcendental function of one of its variables. A functional equation is an equation in which the unknowns are functions rather than simple quantities. A differential equation is an equation involving derivatives. An integral equation is an equation involving integrals, and a parametric equation includes variables which are all functions of one or more common variables. For this lesson, algebraic equations will be used. The tangram contains 7 pieces: 2 large triangles, 1 medium triangle, 2 small triangles, 1 square, and 1 parallelogram. In order to create equations, every piece will be labeled with a different letter: x, y, z, w, and q, but congruent pieces will have same letter. The 2 large triangles will be labeled with the letter x. The 2 small triangles will use the letter y. The medium triangle will use the letter z. The square will use the letter w, and finally, the parallelogram will use the letter q. Now, it's time to create equations. Any piece of the tangram could be used to create an equation, and in order to do that, it's necessary to find one or more pieces that together form the same shape. First equation: is one large triangle equal to 2 small triangles and 1 square? The answer can be found by placing all the pieces of the right side on top of the piece of the left side. And the answer is yes. 1x is equal to 2y's plus 1w. Let's try it again. 1x plus 1z equal 1y plus 1w. In order to prove if this equation is correct, it is necessary to place one shape on top of the other. And the answer is no. The two shapes are similar, but they are not equal. Let's try one more time. Is 1w equal to 1q? At first glance, it looks like they're not equal. But in order to prove if this equation is right, it is necessary to use 2 small triangles. First, place the 2 small triangles on top of the square, and then place the same triangles on top of the parallelogram. The two y's can form the square shape as well as the parallelogram shape, so the equation 1w equal to 1q is correct. Now it's your turn to use the tangram pieces to find if the following equations are right. Remember, An equation is a mathematical statement that assesses the equality of two expressions, and by using tangrams, you can understand how a mathematical equation works.